The world's largest climate summit began today in the United Arab Emirates at a moment when this is true. 2023 set to be the hottest year ever recorded on planet Earth. It's also a year when the United States broke records in oil and gas production, thanks in part to the Biden administration's policies. As senior national and environmental correspondent Ben Tracy shows us, the president's climate response is, at best, complicated.
In Colorado Wednesday, President Biden visited the largest manufacturer of wind towers in the world.
What's your name? Eddie, I'm Joe. Good to see you.
Touting record levels of federal funding for clean energy projects across the country.
Building a clean energy future made in America.
But he didn't mention that the U.S. is also producing record amounts of crude oil. Planet-warming emissions from fossil fuels are the main driver of climate change. 2023 is expected to be the planet's hottest year on record.
Drill, baby, drill.
Compared to former President Trump, Mr. Biden actually approved more permits for oil and gas drilling on public lands in his first 2 years in office. And the U.S. is now the largest oil and gas producer in the world.
We can't be building new fossil fuel infrastructure.
Michael Mann is a climate scientist and author of Our Fragile Moment.
We will see emissions come to a peak this year. They will no longer climb as they have in the past. The bad news is reaching a plateau isn't good enough. Those emissions have to come down to zero, and they have to do that pretty quickly.
And so those emissions are not going to go down like that if we continue to burn fossil fuels.
That's right. We need to literally bring carbon emissions down to zero in a matter of decades.
Phasing out fossil fuels is a heated debate at the UN Climate Summit in Dubai. Many climate activists fear the process has been compromised by being held in the oil-rich UAE and presided over by the head of its state-owned oil company.
It looks bad, it smells bad, and it's probably bad.
But he hopes world leaders will rise to the occasion and cut planet-warming emissions before it's too late. For CBS Mornings, I'm Ben Tracy in Los Angeles.